Welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio from Taatjes Financial Group. Taatjes Financial is a company that specializes in helping retirees and pre-retirees build purposeful retirement plans. Custom plans that not only help clients steward their treasure, but their time and talent as well. They believe that if you're taken care of financially, you go even further to make the family, community, and kingdom impact you truly desire to make, which is the ultimate purpose of wealth. If you'd like to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting with one of their financial advisors, give them a call at 222-4236. You can request a meeting at taatjesfinancial.com or simply stop by their office on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. I'm your host, Ben Taatjes, and again, I'm joined by one of our financial advisors, joined by Matt Hoekstra today. Matt, how are you?
Good.
Good. It's been a crazy time, certainly in the markets the last several weeks. And one of the things that I always talk about with our clients, but also part of working with all of our talented advisors, is what are you saying and how are you helping clients in this time? So I think right now we're able to add the most value to the biggest group of people than most any other time before. Whenever the markets are down and they're volatile, we're able to really showcase the importance of meeting with an advisor. I've been telling clients lately, I feel like we're in the wisdom business. We talk about stewardship. We talk about making good decisions, giving good advice. Good advice is most important when people are going through something difficult. Sometimes that's a problem within their family. Sometimes that's certainly a change in jobs. There's all kinds of reasons that people need good advice. Right now, it feels to me like people are really searching for trusted good advice on what to do when the markets are as volatile as they are right now. Yesterday, again, markets are very volatile. We're seeing more of this up and down with the market. Matt, tell me just, where do you start? How do you start as an advisor bringing wisdom and clarity? What are you saying to clients right now? How do you reframe the way they think about the markets and what's going on?
Yeah, I think first and foremost is just prepping for this with a plan and knowing that these times are coming. We've been, 2018, 2020, 2022, all volatile times in the market. And it's given us an opportunity to say to clients, okay, here's the plan that we have for distributing wealth or for getting your income to you or turning your assets into income at a time when, the markets are really volatile. So I think that's the first thing is making sure that our clients have a plan and they know what that plan is.
So kind of that you're preparing before something happens, right? And I love that, not just waiting till the markets get volatile and then, hey, we've got to get a plan together. You've been preparing clients and we've been preparing clients for this type of market environment, both in the tactics and tools we're using prior to this. What else do you do? How else do you help them? Because we can say that, hey, you've got a plan, yep. But how do you help them kind of rethink, right? Yeah. How they're looking at their money.
Yeah, and these times really, you can talk about it all you want, but these times really test your nerve, right? And so the people that I see dealing with this kind of volatility in the best way, they've got their wealth and their assets and their accounts and their money is all a part of their life. It's not their entire life. And so people are not necessarily waking up and turning on the news and sitting there and watching the news for 4 hours, or they're not, logging in and watching every 0.1% movement on their account. It's a part of it. They're stewarding it well. They have a plan for those things. They're staying informed with news. They're staying, on top of their finances, but their finances are just a part of it. They've got family. They've got purpose outside of their money. They're a part of something that's bigger than just themselves and their money. And it isn't, you would think, okay, it's just the people that have the most money they do the best during these times because they don't have anything to worry about, right? That's not the case. And I've seen clients that have from a lower net worth really do well. And I've seen clients with higher net worths do well, but I've seen the opposite be true too. And I think it's really where, what are we focusing on and what's my purpose and how does my wealth play into that, rather than my wealth is my only purpose. and the high water mark is my only purpose. If that's the case, there's just can be struggle.
Yeah, I love that. And I've said this similar things to clients over the years. I mean, this is not the first time we've been through this. I've been doing this for over 20 years. You're coming on 10 years. When I think back to the people that have done the best and have come through the market challenges and the uncertainty the best, like you couldn't have said it better. They have a perspective. They have a perspective that their retirement account, their wealth, which is the dollar on the statement, right, and the income that they're stewarding is not their life. It is part of their life. Money is a tool, right? I mean, when people get really bent out of shape about, the account value they have, I mean, like, let's remember what this money's there for. You're saving it so that you can use it for life experiences. Tell me a little bit, as we kind of wind down the show, how you help people think through like money as a tool, right? And how money, if it's not used to experience life, it is all but worthless.
Yeah, I would say, I've had a lot of conversations with clients about turning that tool into, how do we take that off paper? How do we take these off statements and apply them to your life? And, I would say for me personally, one of the things that I've taught clients over the years is, would you rather give your kids a pile of cash when you die, or would you rather have experiences with them? And I'm getting really to experience that in a couple of weeks. My dad and my son and I are going on my son's first Canadian fishing trip. And I was his age when I went on my first trip, and I got to be with my dad and my grandpa, and I learned a lot about life. And I would say that those trips for me were far more valuable than inheriting large sums of money from my grandpa or my dad, or, and I want that for my son. And I would rather, have my dad be present and taking time away from work and spending money on those types of things with us, rather than getting an inheritance, a large inheritance someday. Yeah,
it's such a valuable thing. Again, so if you're coming through and you're in this market uncertainty, give our office a call. We'd love, this show went a little longer than usual, but I think it's the time. It's important we spend the time with people. I wish we could spend even more time just talking about this stuff. And if you like what you hear and you want to hear more and you think we can help you, whether that's coming up with a full financial plan or just talking about how you're handling the market uncertainty, we would love to talk. So we'll talk again next week from us at Taatjes Financial Group. Have a great week.
Do you need ways to help steward your time, your talent, and your treasure? If so, Taatjes Financial Group can help. Now is the time to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting. You can do this one of three ways. Number one, give them a call right now at 222-4236. You can request a meeting online at taatjesfinancial.com, or you can just stop by their office located on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer. I'm Jared Sebesta. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. We'll see you next time.
Securities offered through Avantax Investment Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Avantax Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through an Avantax affiliated insurance agency.